Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday evening to you, and welcome to a special session where I'm coming back on to finish one donation and all of the free readings from this evening session. Again, big thank you to all of you who donate. It's what helps me be able to do everything that I do. It's how I make my living. So I do love coming back on, though, for my community, for all of those of you who are not able to donate and complete out the free readings. So thank you for your patience in getting here. And if you're enjoying those, make sure to hit that thumbs up. It does help my channel and it does help spread the Zen love. So you're part of the love tsunami. You'll notice there's no chat in this session because I'm not taking any new requests. This is strictly going back and the dozens of that I'm going to complete. But I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time if you'd like to join me then for any new questions. After I'm done with the session, I will post a comment listing the order which all of the readings were completed, so you can jump in there and find where your reading is more easily. All right. We're going to continue using this wonderful original tarot here deck. So we'll continue doing that. And so I said we have one donation. So HTTPS, thank you so much for your multiple donations this evening and for your patience in getting to this one. So let's give these a shuffle. And you were wanting to know what you should expect in the near future, 7 days more or less. All right, I get you. So let's see here, based on current energies, what spirit wants you to be aware of. Unfolding here in the next 7-ish days. Okay, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So I feel like this energy kind of overlaps here. So we will look at it this way. Bottom of the deck here, you have the Queen of Swords, which is balancing of the head and heart. So, like there's this advice that's underneath here about as you approach this, of course, allow your heart to have a seat at the table and balance in your mind. Because we can get caught up into the supposed tos and shoulds and the rules and things, and some things will look good on paper in on the checklist, but when our heart goes, yeah, but sometimes it's like it doesn't have to make sense, it doesn't have to be logical. It's like, this is what my heart wants and I don't care. And like it's like, oh well, I don't know whether to show me this, but it's like you can buy that $20 cake, or you can get this little bag of little donuts that's like, a tenth of the price, but it's like, but I really want that cake. And it's like, sometimes it's like, well, it's not cost effective. Sometimes you just got to treat yourself. And it's like, I just want to do that. And I like this balancing of that coming in. So now you have two cards, one card, two cards. I feel like this is like more like Monday, Tuesday-ish, and then Wednesday, Thursday-ish, Friday-ish, Saturday, Sunday-ish. So that's the kind of overlapping kind of energies. So Monday and Tuesday's energies coming in are these two together. So you've kind of got the Aries Monday energy coming in there, and with the Seven of Swords that comes in. So there is this Monday and Tuesday. This is breaking out of the head of these, supposed tos and shoulds and need tos, and you choosing and deciding. And I like this. It's starting off like the week with, well, there's a lot of advice, a lot of stuff that everyone is saying, but I get to choose what I want to do. I get to choose my actions. I get to choose the plans I want to make and do, and this is what I'm going to do. And so Monday, Tuesday is a lot of getting out of your head and stepping back, seeing things from the throne and going, what do I want to do? How do I want this to unfold? So I like that kind of energy coming in, because it's being aware of old thoughts and old ways of doing things and getting out of that box. Like normally it's like, well, this is how it has to be, but it's get outside of that box and do things differently. That's Monday, Tuesday. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Yeah, you've got like Wednesday feels like this wheel of fortune where it feels very fortunate. It feels like your human is very happy with what unfolds. And it's like there's this fear of the other foot dropping. Sometimes some things can feel too good to be true. And I feel like it's okay just to enjoy something for what it is. Nothing lasts forever. Good, bad, ugly, whatever as we perceive good or bad or whatever. But nothing is forever in this world except for the eternal unconditional love of the higher realms. So it's like enjoy the wonderful things in the moment and know that the things that don't feel so wonderful in another moment won't last long either. It'll fly by. And it's kind of like flow. Just realize, with these decisions and choices you make on Monday, Tuesday, it's like Wednesday, Thursday, it's like, celebrate the wonderful things and then just kind of flow with the things that don't feel so wonderful. And everything just, it's a beautiful flow if we step into that. Again, the balancing of the head and the heart are important with that. And then Friday is kind of it's separate here. Here again, here's this close your eyes and open your heart, energy loud and your Friday especially, it's upon the week that you've had, allow your heart to have a seat at the table. Friday is it's really reinforced coming in here. So it's like you kind of do that Monday, Tuesday, you know, as things are unfolding. You go through the week and you hit the weekend, and it's like just a reminder, of allowing your heart to guide you and to not be so much in your head. Let's see here. Yeah. Because here's the Ace of Swords, Saturday and Sunday. This is about seeing things from that higher perspective, getting out of this Ace of Swords is what allows us to cut away the small T truths, allows us to cut away and transform these small T truths rooted in fear. It allows us to step forward. So I feel like this is a week of, and it doesn't have to be huge things, but you are stepping forward with that full card, which is the ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. This is like the new adventure that opens up, and it allows you to do things differently, with which opens up new experiences. It'd be like, I mean, even I'm going to take a different route to go to somewhere. I don't think you work from home, but there's like I want to, I'm going to go to this store, but instead of going this way, I'm going to take this way. And because you go this way, you find something else that opens up a whole new adventure for you. And like, I'm going to go to that store instead. And oh my gosh, it's like a grocery store. It's like, wow, they have so much stuff that this other store doesn't have, and it's so much cheaper. And wow, and variety. And it just is that kind of energy that it feels this week that if you will just step out of the mind and out of the box and allow your heart to lead you, that you have a lot of different experience and going with the flow and not allowing things to you know diminish the moment, and just go, all right, it is what it is. And then in another moment things change, things feel differently in a couple more moments later, and it's okay. It's we're here to experience all emotion, all higher and lower vibration. And I like this, movement that happens here for you. So it feels very positive. I like it for you. That's what they have for you, HTTPS. So thank you again for your donation. And I appreciate that. All right. So that was it for those. And then we're going to jump into the free readings. Let me just get some of these. Whoa. Things jump all over the place here, and I'm just going to, as we're going down the list, I'm going to be just typing in the names so that when I'm done, I can post the comment faster as well. So we first up we have Ateshi Singh. So Ateshi, you want to know how is he reacting to you making your account private? All right. Let's take a look here and see what are their reactions. Yeah. They've got here the Page of Swords is about seeing things from a higher perspective, and the King of Pentacles is feeling full and abundant here. Really, there's this energy here of not um not being impacted by it. And you know, I feel like they're just in this solid place. They're pretty grounded where when someone does something and they're like, okay, I feel like they were manipulated a lot by like their parents or mom when they were younger, where when they didn't do what their mom wanted, we're just going to say mom, because I feel like it's the feminine energy that they have this altercation with, is that their mom would cry to try to get them to do what they wanted to do, and if that didn't work, they would punish them, like, physically, anger and bully and blah, 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 and if that didn't work, they would do the rejection and the cold shoulder, and they learned through time to it was done so much to them, they became numb to people's because that's the manipulation, right? We manipulate by acting sad, and if that doesn't get someone to do what we wanna do, then we get upset and throw things around. If that doesn't work, then we reject. And, so there's this that we do, to punish people to make them wanna do what we want them to do, and that's what we're taught as all humans. Manipulation, that's the name of the game, and we recognize how that's done to us, and the freedom comes when we realize, "I don't need to play games, and I don't need to do this," but this is how they look at it as, "Oh," and whether this is your intention or not, I'm talking about their energy, right? They're looking at it going, "Oh, they're playing this game of manipulation. I don't play that game." And so they're unaffected by it. Um, so interesting, right? But that's what's coming in for you, Teshi. So not impacted at all. Like, all right, well, there you go. Right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. Right. And then we have Nelia Medeiros. So thank you so much for your donations earlier. And so your free reading, you want to know what's coming towards you. All right. So let's see what they have here for you. What is headed towards you? All right. All right. So I just put that card back in and it came back out. You got the Page of Swords and the Ten of Cups. I feel like this is new communication that's coming into you somehow, some way that just makes you feel this joy and this happiness that overflows here. So I don't know if it's necessarily feels romantic as it does more like an old acquaintance, an old relative, an old friend. I just feel like it's a new communication, um, that it feels like it's someone you haven't talked to in a while, and so they're reaching out, and I feel like this is an important thing because whoever this is that's reaching out to you, you're just like, "Oh my gosh," it's like a best friend that's moved away that's come back, or a cousin that you were like this with, or an aunt, or it's someone that you were really close with that drifted apart because they moved away, but they're back in town now. And because of this connection, it's like, "Oh my gosh," yeah, and you go out and you have dinner or lunch or whatever, and you get together and you're like, "Oh my gosh," and you guys just rebond immediately. And I feel like it's like this best friend that has returned into your life. If that doesn't resonate as um like in this lifetime, I feel like that it's someone from a past lifetime that you meet that boom, and this is that reconnection. So it's foggy. It's like it's almost like it's like one or the other with that, and I can't see which one it is. Or maybe it's both, too. Like if you had gotten a message before of like the Three of Cups where you were gonna be meeting best friends, 2 best friends, I feel like the both of them are gonna be appearing. because I feel like it's foggy. It's like I feel like it's both, but how can it be both? But that's how it could be both. So if you got that message before, which I feel you have, because they're kind of bringing it back into knowingness, that this is who's coming towards you. So, yay! I like it for you. Right, but that's what's coming in for you, Nelia. So many blessings to you. Right, and then Minahil, you are up, and message for Leo for you for the month of July. All right, let's take a look here. And of course, I think you already checked your July readings, I think, if I remember. I know I haven't been able to answer you since I've been nonstop all day, because I think you commented earlier, but I will get to those sometime, either today or tomorrow. All right. So, messages for July. What else would they want you to know for July here? All right. Well, evidently, you got the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. This is movement of thought and belief and mindset. So, July is a month of some shaking and some rattling, where I feel like there's going to be some triggers that happen throughout the month that are they're being brought up on purpose for a purpose, because it feels like there is this is a month of transition and transformation, where something happens and a fear triggers, this emotion triggers an uncomfortable emotion, but it's rooted in fear. So we're like, okay, why do I fear that? Why is this feeling comfortable? Why is this coming up? And like, oh, I know where this originated from. And you transform it, because you're not this little child anymore that has to be concerned with that. So it's kind of like you embrace your inner child in a way, and see that, this old way of thinking doesn't fit anymore. It's like when you're a baby, there's baby gates on the stairs to keep you from killing yourself. But as an adult, they will kill you because you keep falling over them. So you remove these baby gates, these old ways of thinking that used to protect you. They were in place to protect you, but you don't need them anymore. And so there is this change, this transformation that happens with that. So I feel like this is a month where you like have like one a week that you work through, and you're like, wow, it just feels like such a good relief and release that happens. But it's seeing things from this higher perspective, and you're able to transform these old fearful beliefs into higher knowledge and higher wisdom in July. So I like that for you, Minihil. So buckle up, Buttercup. It is happening for you, so you don't have to worry about that, right? All right, so that's what they have. So many blessings to you. All right, and we're just moving on to some more here. So let me jot these down really quick here. Okay, that is right. All right. And then, right. All right, that is right. I just want to make sure it says it was misspelled, but it's not. All right. All right. So up next, we've got Dollface Diva. Hey, Dollface. So a general reading. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now. What advice do you have for the diva? The diva. The diva. All right. Yeah, I feel like this message of Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, it's like it's important for you right now for next week to really put yourself first, and choose what brings you joy, what brings you happiness with this 10 of Cups. And, Queen of Pentacles is this birthing and abundance kind of energies. So it feels like this next week can be this feeling of, I don't know, just nurturing, self-nurturing, and putting yourself again, putting yourself first, and allowing decisions that come in. It's like, I like this energy, because I kind of HTTPS at it earlier too about, you know, sometimes things aren't logical that we want. And it's like, but I want it, and I want to do this for me. And normally I'm like, well, no, let me sacrifice. I won't do that. And I'm going to use this for someone else. It's like, no, it's like you get a coupon or a gift card. Normally you'd give it away, big hearted that you are. But this is about you going, no, use this for you. Use this for you. Instead of like, well, I'm gonna save all this for everyone else and da da da. It's like, no, use this for you and kind of spoil yourself a little bit. But it's about using um, this week to celebrate you and to be what you would think is selfish, but it's about nurturing yourself and giving yourself the love that you deserve. You deserve out of anyone, the love that you have to give. Let yourself be your best friend. Let yourself be your lover in a way this week and give yourself flowers, take yourself out on a date, do that for yourself this week. I just feel like it's an important week for you to do this. So that is what they have for you. Let it be that kind of energy for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, Diva. Many blessings to you. Right. And then, Madam Bird, you are up. So you would like a general love reading for next week. All right. I guess so. Have that coming in here. So let's see what we have here. Okay. Well, you got the Two of Cups, you've got the Page of Wands. So there is this important relationship, this spark that happens here next week with the Page of Wands. It is a heightened passion, a different type of passion that kicks in there. And the Two of Cups is an important relationship. So you definitely have this, yeah, even on the bottom of the deck, you've got this Knight of Wands. It just feels like there's this new passion that just flies in out of nowhere. And I like it for you. I mean, I don't have this sense that this is like a long term. I'm just going to grab a charm. Like it's a long term thing. Yeah. Because you got a butterfly. A green butterfly. It's my mom's favorite. So you got this, butterfly, which is transformation and transition. And so I feel like this is more, you know, kind of a heads up, not a warning. It's a warning label that this passion that comes across your path next week, they are more passion based, like attraction, physical attraction, energetic attraction, and it's how they know, how they share love, how they felt that they are loved, and because their self love is kind of small, they didn't get a lot of that, and so they have this only so much little amount of love they can give, but they express themselves through passion and intimacy and that. And so I feel like this is how they're coming forward and making the moves and you know showing interest. Just realize that this is a caterpillar and you're transforming into a butterfly, right? You're Madame Bird and they are a worm. You consume these, you do not date these. um but that's funny. But so just be aware of that. That's what's coming in here. There's something more, a butterfly down the road. And so I just feel like for this next week, they're just to be aware of the warning label that's on this one that comes across your path this week. Right. So that's what they have for you, Madam Bird. So many blessings. I love your spirit guides. All right. And then Lucky, you are up. So what's upcoming towards you job wise? All right, let's take a look here. See what spirit wants you to know about job wise coming here. All right, you've got new communication coming in with this Ace of Swords, and you have the Queen of Swords, which is balance in your heart and your mind too. So I do feel here, if you will kind of get out of your head and allow your heart to kind of choose. When I this came out, I'm like, it's about getting outside of the norm, right? This Ace of Swords to see things. I mean, she's wielding the Ace of Swords. Oops, sorry, you can't see that. She's wielding the Ace of Swords, and here's the Ace of Swords. And for me, that is this expanding your horizons. If you go to a website and you, excuse me, have to click customer service and sales and all those things, the ones you normally click, they're like, don't click anything, see everything that's out there and just allow yourself to really look at what is interesting and if there's something different. Because I feel like this takes you in a different direction than you normally would do. And you're like, well, I've never tried being a waiter, a wait staff. Huh, maybe I'm gonna go try that. You know, it just feels like it's something different than you normally would do. And it may not be as much money in the beginning, but it's so much less stress and so much more makes your heart sing and you love doing it. And it just starts a new kind of passion in your life, a new excitement about going a direction. So I feel like when this looking at jobs, it's like, what do you always do? Don't do that. you know, they're like, look at everything that's available and don't have a closed mind. Open your mind and see things. Allow your heart to have a seat at the table when you're deciding what this job is that you are wanting to obtain, right? So that's what's coming in for you, Lucky. All right, now. So many blessings to you. Happy job hunting. Right. And then Tiffany Blancette, you are up. So you'd like a general reading, right? And if you didn't catch your other one, I did go back on. Your name sounds familiar. So I did go back on and complete all free readings from the earlier session today. Yeah. So if it was today or if it was yesterday, I did go back on. So just be aware, all of the lives, there's a tab on my main page if you want to check those out. All right. Just felt the need to tell you that. All right. So what else do they want you to know right now for your general reading here? All right. You got the 4 of Swords and the 8 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords is like peace of mind, and the 8 of Cups is leaving behind some emotions, relationships that don't serve you. And I just feel like there's this message from spirit to be okay with. You can be at peace knowing that every relationship has it's either for a day or like for a moment, a day, a year, a season. Um, and that this is evaluating your emotions and where you're investing your emotional energy. And the first thing is looking at your friendships and relationships and where you're investing that in people, and look at those that you have on life support, that you're the life support. You're the one keeping these relationships alive. And if you backed off because you're giving like 80, 90% all the time, they're giving 0, 10, 20%. And so when you're looking at it going, you know what, I'm going to back off to 50%. If you still care and you're like, I just want to back off to 50, if that relationship drifts away, then it drifts away, then you get all of it back. Some of you might be like, no, I don't even want to go 50. I'm going to go to 0. I know that needs to go. I know that needs to go. This one I'm backing off, backing off, backing off. Sometimes we teach people to only give 10% because we're always giving 90. And it's like if you ever on a conference call at work and um, you're the one that always fills the silence. You teach everyone not to speak up first when like management or whoever asks a question, everyone looks to you to answer because you always do it. Well, that's the same thing with giving in a relationship or friendships or family or whatever. If you're the one that always doing it, you've taught people that you will do it and they don't have to. So if you back off and just wait, sometimes they'll reach out and go, hey, why haven't you talked to me? And I'm like, I'm just busy, and everything. How are you? And you start only giving and you allow them to give. And then those that don't, like I said, they drift away and you can take it to 0 if you want. Um, and then, so I feel like they want to just focus mainly on those relationships. I feel like you're already doing like inner work and you're doing your shadow work and that about suppressed emotions and emotions you've pushed down. But this is an important part of what they're saying. You know, uh, it's important for you to do that at this time. So that's what they have for you. All right, Tiffany. So many blessings to you. Enjoy getting that emotional energy back. Well, okay. One other quick thing is that they're saying that they're having you do this because you're gaining this um, big reservoir of emotional energy for new relationship or new friendships or both in the future. But if all this emotional energy is being already outsourced, you don't have a whole lot to give, and so your heart is like, I'm not ready to bring someone in. I couldn't survive. I don't have enough resources. So it's getting all the resources ready for this new either best close friend or relationship or both. So it's reallocating your emotional resources. That's funny. All right, but that's what's coming in for you, Tiffany. So many blessings to you. And then Kelsey Wells, you are up. So Kelsey, you want to know what is coming towards you in terms of love. All right. Let's see what Spirit has here for you. All right. Well, there is this you're going to have this movement here come up here in a while. Got the 6 of Swords, which is leaving behind old ways of thinking, going from choppy waters to calmer waters. And so there is this movement that comes, but first you've got this little hermit journey going on. So you're kind of taken off of market here as far as in terms of love, because Spirit, who is the guide here in the lantern for you, is helping you with this 5 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles are these feelings and beliefs around worth and lack, feeling abandoned, left behind, left out in the cold, not good enough. And these are what are bubbling below the surface. So they're kind of taking you, and because when we do what we've always done, we get what we've always gotten. And so if we have these lower vibrational beliefs that are popping around underneath, we're going to keep drawing in the same old, right? And we're like, I'm done with that. And so Spirit goes, I understand you're done with that. So we're going to slow things down. Lower vibrational energy slows things down anyway, but Spirit's really slowing things down. So you don't draw in these individuals. And it gives you the time to really look at that and look at this out of balance feelings of lack and our self-worth, and allows you to raise it. And then that starts speeding things up, and that'll draw in someone higher vibration, someone who's more in alignment with what your soul and your spirit want. So I like this for you. There's a couple of videos, and I don't have chat, so I can't pop it in here. Oh, you know what I can do? Boom, boom, boom. By your name in the comments when I post it, I'm going to post the 2 links to in episode 4 and episode 5. If I haven't shared these with you, if I do, have my apologies. But we're going to put them right here. Just there we go. So, and these are links to 2 videos from my Take 10 with Zen, where they help you with our energy. Like, where are we focusing our energy? That's what we can change what we draw in. But the other one's the 6 of Pentacles, which is our out of balance giving and receiving, which is where I feel this is impacting you, because that's the 5 of Pentacles. It's the 6 of Pentacles that helps balance this out of balance giving and receiving. And I feel like that's an important piece for you to allow this this new energy to come in for you, because what's happening is your inner emotional child self, who's in charge of the force fields in your life, keeps love out, because it's like we don't deserve that yet. And so you're like, what do you mean? I totally deserve this. But it's like, no, we don't need to, you know, we don't need to keep these things away. Let's balance this out. Let me take this out of balance, rate of exchange that you learned when you were younger. Let's correct that. Let me show you that we deserve 1 to 1, not 1,000 to 1. And then that allows this change. It allows the love, the higher vibration love that you're looking for to come in. So both of those videos will be what will help you with that. So that is what they have for you right now, Kelsey. So many blessings to you. All right. And then let me just add a couple more names here to my little list. And then we will get onto some more of the free readings here. Okay. that one. And come on. Sorry, give me just a moment here. I keep hitting the wrong button. All right. Slower this time. There we go. All right. And then 11. Okay. All right. So up next, we've got Cassidy. So Cassidy, XOOX. What is the true purpose and outcome of your relationship with Cody D? All right. Let's take a look here. Let's see. What do they have here for you? So what is the true purpose? That's it. What's the outcome? All right. All right. So the true purpose is really it's reminding me of what is it? The Course in Miracles. That's what it was. Where they said relationships teach us unconditional love and patience. So the true purpose is for you to realize all of this is you, and you're not dead. You're just exhausted, as well as they are, trying to live up to all the expectations, the supposed to be's, the should be's, the need to be's, the have to be's, all these things that we have around what relationship and love is supposed to be. And that's what happens in a relationship, is that we will suck the life out of a relationship with focusing on who someone is not being, instead of celebrating who someone is. Like when we met them, we had no idea who they were, and we're like, "You're amazing." And then over time, we're like, "What's wrong with you?" It's like what happens because we've got these expectations of, okay, well, when I get into a relationship, I'm interested, they are supposed to do this, they should do this, they need to do this, blah, 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 blah. Well, the problem with that is that our ideas of what are supposed to be are different from their ideas of how they were raised on what is supposed to be. It's all opinion. And if they don't live up to our opinion, our expectations, then we point out it to them. We're, oh, why didn't you do what I wanted you to do? Or why are you doing what I wanted you to do? Or, we even if we're not sharing it, we have this energy. And we have, of course, ourselves under this long list. And so the purpose is to show you and rattle your cage and to mirror back to you these fears, because all these are small t truths rooted in fear. And then we're able to, this 10 is a great number because it's the ending. I'm releasing it. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of trying to make other people live up to this, and for me to live up to this. I'm tired of feeling this way, this lower vibrational emotion. I'm tired of it. And this is what they're to teach you, to mirror it, so that you can be freed and release yourself from it. And, the outcome is you do have the Ace of Cups. You do find your self-love. You go inward and upward to find your self-love, and then you fill up and overflow. And you're realizing that they can't give you the love you're looking for, because that love is inward and upward. Once you fill up with that, then you're able to get this, anything they give, instead of it feeling like it's lacking, you can see it as abundance and overflowing. And I don't feel like this energy that they like you have this destined fated relationship, like a marriage in this lifetime, where it has to happen, it's going to happen regardless. I feel like it's your choice between the two of you whether you will be with each other forever. There's possibilities. It's like we talk about, like, vacation package each lifetime, and we get to choose, okay, we have the flight, we have the car, we have the hotel, and then the extras, like, am I going to do the luau, am I going to do the, snorkeling or whatever. Well, that's relationships. We can choose, like, okay, part of the package is I will have a relationship in this lifetime. Some lifetimes we're like, no, when I get there I'll decide. And you're in this lifetime of, oh, I'll decide if I want one or not. And if you do, then you guys do have a possibility of having it here. But the big purpose of why you wanted to meet each other in this lifetime is to learn to let go of all these expectations that you have on yourself and relationships, so you can actually enjoy a relationship instead of trying to control a relationship. There's this freedom that comes, but here's that other thing, like that I was talking about, the Course in Miracles, it turns you inward and upward. to find the unconditional love inside of you and not have to find that, in the try to find it in the outside world and not have it. You fill up in here first instead of the world being lacking, then it's above and beyond overflowing instead. And I feel like that's like the purpose of the relationship with Cody D, right? So that's what they have there for you. So many blessings. And sorry if you guys hear fireworks. It is Saturday night here, and we have 4th of July coming up where we celebrate the birth of our nation. And so people are celebrating already. So if you hear some blah, 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 that's what's going on out there. I have a little, like I'm in my windows in like the driveway. We got the garage and then someone's house. And so it kind of echoes. It's like an echo chamber. So Patricia, you are up next. So the message for next week. Let's take a look here and see. What is this message for next week? Oh, I want those. Okay. All right. What they got going on here? All right. You've got the Justice card, and there is this balancing that's coming in here. And they've got the Ace of Swords here, and they've got the Scales here. And this represents like seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing from a place of capital T truth of unconditional love. And this next week that's coming up here, we've got like this oops, I think I jumped ahead, but here, let me just reverse this on my list here. Sorry, let me just do that because that way people aren't looking for their messages out of sync. So Patricia, message for next week. And it can be, it's this it feels more job related or not so much like relationship oriented as it is clarity on like letting go of the fears of what things are supposed to mean and should mean and need to mean. And it can be job, it can be it just feels non-relationship. It just feels like, it's dream or career or task or where you live. It's more of those things than it is relationship. It's more situational or thing oriented. And it's the change of mindset about how you're approaching something that you're realizing the stories and the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and must you have around it, that you're ready to switch it, you're ready to change it and see it from a different perspective because you're realizing the ways you thought about it before were rooted in fear. And so you're ready for this. All right, I'm ready to change this. I'm ready to look at this differently. And then that's what brings in the Ace of Wands, which is a new passion, a new drive, like a second breath of life that you're like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm, I don't, I see why I was fearing doing it before, but I don't care. I want this. And I'm going to do this, and I'm changing this. So I feel like that it does spike some change that you're wanting to make in your life. And so this is what's coming in here for you for next week. Don't be afraid. Really look at it and go, all right, I don't feel like it's relationship, but if that resonates and it is, then so be it. Maybe it's a situationship, but I feel like it's more the other. So, all right. So that's what they got for you, Patricia. So many blessings to you. And then Queen Libra. Sorry, I leaped ahead. I the way I had it, I started from the bottom instead of the top. So you're up next. So thank you. And you want to know, will you and Antonio start dating? All right, let's take a look here. Based on current energies. You know, we've got the Page of Wands, which is passion, and we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is about things slowly moving in the outside world. So I feel like there's like there is this possibility, and it all depends on your definition of dating too, right? So I feel like with this Page of Wands, there's a lot of passion and attraction, physical attraction, energetic attraction. And the Eight of Pentacles is like, I feel like it's the master. It's like the apprentice that becomes the master. It takes time and a lot of effort for it to get into like um exclusive dating and putting those titles on it. I feel like they'll like hanging out, but to say, "Hey, we're dating," and they're like, "Well, no, we're on a date." I feel like it's going to take a while before they're like, "Yeah, we are dating, just you and me." I feel like they're not ready for that, feeling yet. They have to get used to it, kind of energy that comes in there. So just be patient with them. It's not like they're wanting to play the field and date a bunch of people. It's just that the cage. It's always the cage. I just saw this down here too. Um, whoops, where did it go? Yeah, here it is. The cage. They don't want to be put in the cage. The little cage. Let's see, let me do it this way. You can see it better. Actually over here. So it's that cage. They don't want to be caged. But they can be lured into it eventually. No, it won't ever be a cage, but that's the kind of feeling they have to get over first. So that's what's coming in for you, Queen Libra. But it does feel like that there's passion and attraction. So, I feel like things will move forward, and the pages are going to another level. But the dating and the kind of expectations and um, rules that you have around that's a little ways more down the road. All right. All right. So that's what they have for you, Queen Libra. So many blessings to you. And then musical beer, you are up. So what does Patrick think of you? Non-romantic relationship. All right. That's what you think. I'm just kidding. You're like, well, it's not romantic on my side. Let's see what they have here. Yeah. You know, we have the Ace of Wands. So there is attraction there, physical or energetic. But with the queen, not the queen, the high priestess here, there's a lot of stuff in the hidden and the unseen world below the surface. See all the water behind there? There's a lot of emotional energy here. And there is this combination reminds me of like past life connection energy, where you just like you feel something's there. You don't feel like, well, it shouldn't be here in for these characters that we're playing, but they feel something. They're like, I don't know why I'm feeling this way. It's because there's this past life connection that you guys have had. And these emotions are what they're feeling. They're bubbling up. And it's causing this energetic attraction because you got this past life energy. And sometimes it can be, I don't say misconstrued, but it can be misdiagnosed as like, well, I'm attracted to you. I'm, like that kind of energy. But I feel like if there is any of that there, it could be, but I feel like the majority of all this is this past life energy that's below the surface from all this emotion that they feel. And you might be feeling that too, right? It's like all this energy that's just a natural comfort, a natural draw to one another, that's there, and it's like, huh, there's something here. What's going on? You know, I'm just like, I don't understand where this is coming from. I mean, I feel like maybe if you guys just met recently, and it's like this shouldn't be like this, like, and it's just like work or friends or whatever, but you're like, "What? Where's this coming from?" And I feel like it's because of those connections that have been there for a while. Lifetimes, like several lifetimes, uh, from the past. So that's what's coming in there for you, musical beer. So many blessings to you. Hopefully that resonates for you. All right, and then Lara, you are up. So will Naldo and you be able to date and meet each other's families? All right. Let's take a look here. All right, so Laura and Naldo. Tell us about the story here. Nope, none of those. All right. You know, Feels like it's kind of still up in the air a little bit because we've got the Aries energy of the Emperor, which is about deciding what it's like, is this what I want? And is this the energy I'm going to put forward and take action on it? The Four of Cups, I feel like this is kind of Naldo. They're trying to figure out, what is my, goal? What is it that I want? The Emperor has a lot of advisors that whisper in their ear and tell him a lot about stuff and expectations, and you should do this and you should do that. And they're like, but what do I want? And they're in this mode of this because they've had things of the outside world with this Four of Cups. These three cups are the three cups of the outside world that they've tried to fulfill themselves in the past, but they're bored with that. These things haven't fulfilled them. And so this fourth cup is this kind of search, trying to find this emotional stability, this emotional fullness and fulfillment. And they're like, I don't know. I don't know if is this what I want? Is this what's going to make me feel full? Got the Emperor number 4 and the 4 of Cups. It's like they're trying to determine it. So I feel like it's still up in the air, Laura. I don't feel like they've made a decision. There's possibilities of it happening, but all you can do is decide for you. You can't decide for them, of course. And it's like, what do you want? Is this what you truly want? Then you start just having gratitude, give it to the creator, hand it over, and go, you know what? If I focus on wanting, 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 you actually push things further away. But when you take your energy, the reason I'm saying this too is you got the Queen of Wands on the bottom. So here is you stepping into this energy of, I'm going to manage my power. Where am I investing my energy? If I focus on gratitude for things, I draw things similar to that. If I focus on what I'm missing, I feel like I'm wanting, then I'm telling the universe I enjoy the missing and wantingness, but not receiving and having the stuff come in, and it pushes things further away. What am I focus on my fears? I bring in, I grow those. So it's a change of energy. All you can do is focus on that. And if it's meant to be, then that joins together. But if it's not meant to be, then the creator will bring you into something more in tune with your life and with your high heart. And so you can trust the creator that, you can say, I want a relationship. And if it's with Naldo, then I trust that you're going to bring them in. If not, I know you're going to bring the perfect person in the perfect way, in the perfect timing for me. I can trust you. And you start on gratitude and you change your energies. Otherwise, you just keep pushing away and drawing in lower vibrational type relationships. So I do feel like there's a possibility for this, but change your energy and then they have to decide on their end. But I feel like at this point, there's so many possibilities that their spirits like, could be any of these. The ball's in Naldo's court, it feels like. But you still can prepare yourself for raising your love vibration, because if they choose it, then that just helps. If they don't, then it helps you move into first class instead of right in coach, right? It's an upgrade in life that can happen. All right. So hopefully that makes sense, Laura, but that's what's coming in for you. So many blessings to you. The fun journey of love and life, right? All right. Let me just bring some more of these over here and let me jot down the names. Thank you guys for your patience as we get through the various readings here. Okay. Got that one. Oops. Don't correct that. I had it right. Okay. There we go. Right. Okay. Sorry, just one more here. Okay, this is an interesting spelling, so let me just make sure I get that right. All right. So hang in there, everybody. We've got probably a couple of handfuls left, so hang in there. All right. So we got QV Love up. Good evening to you. You wanted to know, will finances show for you soon? All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about finances? What can they let you know here? All right. Well, you have the 10 of Cups, which is joy, joy overflowing and celebrating here in the 4 of Cups, emotional stability here. So they can show for you soon here, but both of these together represent like the power of focusing on joy, the power of gratitude. And the more that it's like the gold's on the other side of the rainbow. That's funny that they just said that. But, the pot of gold, right? The leprechaun's pot of gold. But there's this focus. That's funny. I saw this little thought it was a four-leaf clover, but it's a dragonfly. A green dragonfly that looks like a transformation, type of energy, which is like when we focus on, oh, I don't have enough finances, or I focus on lack of any kind. What I tell the universe is that, you know what I really enjoy? What? What do you enjoy? I enjoy lack. I enjoy missing and wanting money but not getting it, or having wanting abundance, not getting it. All right. So you want us to push it further away? Yes, please. That's what our energy is saying when we focus on that, because our energy is what expands things. But when I start writing, even starting a gratitude journal, or putting an alarm on my phone for every waking hour, gratitude, 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 or how fast you want something to happen, we change our energy to gratitude and unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. That's when we draw in those things. So if I'm grateful for the money and abundance I do have, then I'm telling the universe, you know what I enjoy? What? Abundance. Really? Let me give you some more of that then. And that's what happens with our energy. And that's an important message that comes in here, for you, with that. Choose joy, choose gratitude. And it's amazing that that's how energy works in this world. But it's the like attracts like. So if I focus on lack, I get it. If I focus on the abundance I have and what I do have, I get more of it. But if I focus on what's missing, then I get more missingness. So that's what's coming in there for you, QV Love. It's all in your hot little hands. So many blessings to you. And then Tanya Hikes, you're up. You want a reading? You said a reading if drawn. So I feel like you want a general reading. And so we'll see what Spirit wants you to know right now. So got that and that. So what is on here? All right. Well, you got the Two of Cups, so this does introduce about relationships. It could be romantic if that's what you're looking for. It could be best friend. It could be reconnecting with, a relative, a family member. It could also be connecting to your higher self. It could be all of them. But ultimately, you have the Queen of Wands, who she rolls over spiritual energy and our overall energy, with the king, but that she's the only one. She has cups, and that black cat represents her connection to the spirit world. And the Queen of Wands does have this strong connection. And I feel like, you know, it starts with your connection with your higher self, and who is your conduit to the spiritual realm, and your spiritual posse, your guardian angel and angels and spirit guides and loved ones on the other side and ancestors, all of them. And there's like this message coming through with this, that before you come down here, you give them a honey-do list of these are the few things I want to make sure I experience. They're always working on those. But while we're down here, we can still, of our own free will, ask them for things. They don't meddle in our life because they honor our free will and power of choice. But they're behind us, and they will, do the little clearing of their throat through, and that's them trying to get your attention through, like, repeating numbers and synchronicities and different things where you're like, oh, and it's them just going, hey, if you need anything, we're here. You can ask us. Nothing's too small, nothing's too large. Ask us. And I feel like this is a big piece of this that's coming in here, because I don't feel like a lot of love and this and that. I feel like it's such a strong connection about your connection to your higher self and your posse, because in asking them, they will answer you, and you can ask them for clarity. Like, I have to make a decision. I don't know what to do. Can you make it a no brainer? They'll send a lightning bolt, blow something up, and go, "All right, it's that one," or they'll give you information that makes it okay. Obviously, this is what I want, not that. So thank you. But you can ask them of these things, and they're always around you, and they're always reminding you. So just if you'll ask, you will receive. And I like that. So that's what they want you to know right now, Tanya. So many blessings to you. And then Carmel Damon, 24, you are up. So you want to know DL's current feelings and intentions towards you. All right, let's see what's going on here. So what are their current feelings and intentions? All right. All right. They've really got this energy here with both the Four of Cups and the Four of Swords. It's like their feelings and intentions just feel their feelings feel kind of stagnant and just kind of stable. Their intentions just kind of feel stagnant and stable. It feels like, I don't know. Normally stability is a nice thing, but the energy I'm feeling here with Carmel, is that it's just kind of there. I don't feel like there's a lot of emotion that they're able to share. There's not a lot of failing, these fears of not being good enough, being let down. There's just a lot of it's like they're showing me your spirit guides are funny, but they're showing me, someone whose heart monitor is beat, and it's just like, um, not that I feel like the relationship is dead, but I just feel like their emotions, they just don't have a whole lot of self-love. They don't have a whole lot of love to give, and so they feel like, well, you want more than they can give, and so they fear failure. So their intentions are unclear because they don't know if they're able to really give you what you're wanting from them. And so there is this stagnancy that just feels like they're paused, and that they're kind of just frozen at a crossroads, and they don't know if they're able to leap forward and try to have intentions or just exit. Is I feel like is their normal. I feel like their normal thing is to run or to opt out of taking a chance of disappointing because they've had too much of it in the past where they've been told they've been, disappointing. So that's where they're at right now, Carmel. I know. All you can do is send them love, and they can't give you something that they don't have for themselves. So really, their journey is about finding their self love first before they're able to offer it to anyone, right? Right, so that's what they got for you, Carmel. Sorry, I know. Wish I was the bearer of good news always. But that's not what we come down here for, right? We come down here for adventure, not for boringness. That's kind of like, I feel like where that's at. All right. Hang in there, my dear. All right. And then Happy Pill, you wanted angel messages. Let's see. What do your angels want you to know right now? Yeah, I was going to say, we've been talking to you. We've been talking to you. Well, and you also have this Four of Wands and Two of Cups. I mean, this is the marriage card coming in here. Relationship and marriage. Two of Cups, all about relationship. Four of Wands, all about marriage. So, I mean, there's a strong message of like, yeah, there is love and there is marriage in your future. But in the meantime, we've got the Four of Wands is also gatherings, and the Two of Cups has to do with getting to know people too. This is interesting. I just feel like there's this precursor to it all, and they're just wanting you to see that this is in the future, kind of like this, and like, don't give up. There is love, but it's worth the wait. And in the meantime, there's other things that are important. There's other important relationships that come into your life, not necessarily romantic, but like best friend and um, connection with family, connection to them, and this feeling of joy and celebrations and gatherings. So I just feel like you're going to have a busy few months here of interacting with important relationships, meeting important people, going to important events, and then you find love if you don't haven't found it already. But I feel like this is their message for you is don't give up. You have a lot of activity, a lot of people that you're going to be meeting and interacting with, and it's down the road, but just trust. Just trust. And they want, what is this? They've got a big old zero. Oh, the full card. Okay. Yeah. So you got the zero. If you can see that. Let's see if I do it over here somewhere. It is a zero, but it's a zero. And that's the full card, which is on the front of this deck here, which is what they pointed me at, which is letting go, go with the flow, let go of all expectations, enjoy the adventures, because when you are free and you're living life, that's where you meet them. If you're have a purpose of I've got to find love, love eludes you. But it's when you are like, you know what? I'm just going to have gratitude for my life and for my adventure. And I know down the road, they've told me it's down the road. So I trust them and I'm going to enjoy the process and the journey until then. And that's what I feel like your angels are wanting you to know right now. Happy pill. So yay. All right. Many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Yoti Mishra. You want ancestral messages. All right. Let's see what your ancestors have here for you. All right. So it looks like they are actually nudging me to this shaman's dream oracle for you there, Yoti. So let's take a look here. So what do they want you to know, your ancestors? All right. What's this? The galactic mushroom. I love their energy here. There you go. It's the galactic mushroom, card number 24, the divine matrix. So let's see, what is this message? The intricate complexity of life. It says you might have been thinking and acting like you were the only one in the dream creating your life. The galactic mushroom arrives as a playful yet potent reminder that you need to get with your higher power. The universal laws are not for your benefit only. The law of attraction does not exist just to serve up your desired outcome. The matrix of consciousness, called Source or God, Spirit, many other names, is intricately woven into life. There's so much complexity that the human mind cannot comprehend all the moving parts. It's impossible to see beyond what you already know, just as the head of a mushroom is clearly visible above the soil, but not the living biome below. The thread-like mycelium of fungi form vast, intricate networks underground, connecting different life forms with one another in a kind of internet of the plant kingdom. Imagine the divine matrix serving the same way, connecting the individual consciousness with that of the divine. So the galactic mushroom reminds you that your dreams and desires are heard. This is a call for faith and trust. Whatever intention you hold consistently with hope and faith first manifests in the unseen realms. Whether or not you can see it working on your behalf, eventually you see the evidence play out in the serendipitous events that work in your favor, seemingly outside of the law of cause and effect. Your most beautiful results are being birthed right now, not just for you, but for the highest good of all. So I like that. What a beautiful message from your ancestors. So the power of manifestation, focusing on gratitude and trust for that creator and spirit will bring what you're wanting in the perfect way, in the perfect timing. But it's trust, right? Not focus on what you don't have, focus on wanting, but on focusing on gratitude for what you do have and what is they're bringing to you, right? So I love that. All right. And that's what they have for you, your ancestors. So many blessings to you. And then we've got here Alberina, Canada. Sorry if I mispronounced that. All right. So you're working on two job applications. One is content creation, the other is administration. Cancer. All right. Fun, fun. Lots of earth, right? Lots of earth, but Uranus and fire. Yeah, okay, very good. So any success for you with either application. So what we'll do is we'll pull a card for each and see what comes in. So the one that's content creation first. Okay. And then the one that's administration. All right. So what is the success here? All right. The one with content creation, there's a little bit of struggle here with the 5 of Wands. It's, there's some fears and some transformation that needs to happen for that one. You get the administration when you get the Sun card, which is victory and ding, 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 ding. So I feel like you definitely have success with the administration one. But the content creation, I feel like there's a lot of competition with this 5 of Wands and a lot of conflict that comes with that one. So I really feel like this administration one is more favored for you. But if you want the other one, you can. It's like you can have both in a way. But I feel like it's such a competitive position that it's just there's going to be a lot of conflict in getting that one. But the other one is hugely the sun. You can't make it up. It's like one of the most beneficial and um, how would you say successful one in there. So, right. So that's what they have for you, Canada. We'll say that. That I can say. All right. And then we just have a few more here. So let me jot down the names here. So we've got 1, 2, and then, okay, 3, and 4. Oh, 4. Yeah. So we've just got 4 left. So hang in there, everybody. All right. So Sean G, you are up. So you'd like some guidance for the weekend. All right. So let's take a look here. So what for Sean G? All right. Boom and boom. All right. We have the 7 of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And you have the Strength card, which is the lion is your human and the maiden is your higher self. And it feels like there's like a little bit of a weekend to yourself here. It just feels like, watching things grow, the fruit, happening. I feel like the rest of the weekend is kind of just, it's like your higher self just wants to have those, like, let's just hold hands, you and I. Hold paw, paw in hand. The lion holds the maiden's hand, and the higher self completes and fills up the human side. And it just feels like because there's a lot of patience energy that comes in with the 7 of Pentacles. And the 8, this courage, this strength card, this energy of connecting to your higher self. And just feel like it's a day of reflection that comes in here for the remainder of this weekend here. Just doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of activity there. And even focusing in here, what is your dream come true? Have you thought about really what it is that you want? How do you uniquely want to express the unconditional love in your heart with the world? How do you want to do that? I feel like there's a little bit of reflection time that can happen with that. It's like this your journaling prompt. When's the last 5 times my heart felt full and overflowing? And how can that be put into a career or a vocation, right? And how can you do that? So I feel like that's what kind of the guidance is for the weekend for you there, Shanji. Yay! Sounds like a lot of fun. You're like, "Bleh." I'm just kidding. I feel like you'll enjoy that. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Jewel, you are up. So you want to know, what are Ken's feelings and actions towards you since the altercation yesterday? All right. Let's take a look here and see. Probably by now he's called and made up. I know it's been a while, so sorry about that. All right. Yeah, I mean, we do have here, they still have the love there. They still see your relationship as an important one with the Two of Cups. The Ten of Swords, really, they're, looking at here about they, the Ten of Swords isn't, they're not dead. They're just exhausted, trying to live up to all the expectations that are in here. And you might not even give them any, but there's all in here of their thinking that this is what comes with a relationship. And you probably have them in your head from you growing up. This is what supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be. And the relationship can't keep going in this direction, because when we focus on so many rules around what a relationship has to be, we suck the life out of it. If you ever take like a candle and you put something over top of it and the oxygen gets, and then it goes out, because all of this, all of these rules have us focusing on who someone is not being instead of celebrating who someone is. And who wants to feel all the time like you're disappointing, and that all I can't do anything right, that kind of energy. And when this kind of stuff happens, they just want to be free of this feeling of disappointment, this feeling of being disappointed, and these feelings of battle, everyone trying to prove that my small t truths of fear are more truer than your small t truths of fear. No, my way is the right way. You're thinking wrong. It's this, we get into that battling when we have all these roles. But if we can get rid of and release all these expectations of supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be and ought to be and all that stuff, then we're able to focus on celebrating who each other are. And then there's a freedom that comes with all that. And that's the what a relationship. Can you imagine a relationship where every day all you do is focus on what you love about somebody, and you don't look at, oh, but they're not doing this and they're not doing that, and they're not going, well, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, um, and but instead there's this, what I love about you is, the one that spirit brings, like, is you never give up on your friends. And like when this friend of yours, they were pushing you away and weren't going to let you help them, you didn't take no for an answer, and you pushed until you saved their life. You literally saved their life. And I love that about you. And they're like, wow, can you imagine if you got that kind of feedback every day, sincerely, with examples, not just, I think you're great. It's like, really, this is what I love and this is why, and here's an example of it. And it's like, wow, they will want to do more and they want to be with you, right? We want to be with each other when that happens. So hopefully that helps there, Jewel, but that's what's coming in there for you. So their feelings are, we can't keep doing this. We can't keep going down this road. I love you and I have these feelings for you with that Two of Cups, but I can't handle all of these, you know, this pressure of this anymore. I feel like I can't do anything right, and um, and so they don't want to be in that. So it can't stay the way it is, but I feel like you guys can come to that. Let's drop all expectations and let's focus on what we love about each other. Try that. All right. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings. And then Liliana, you are up. So you want to get an answer for your question. What should you pay attention to now? All right. Let's take a look here. So what is best for you to pay attention to now? All right. All right. So you've got the Two of Wands, which is pay attention to where you're focusing your energy. Like the Two of Wands is, you have a choice every moment between the lower vibration, higher vibration. Five of Cups, also, you have the Two of Cups, whoops, behind them here. So you got the twos and you got the twos. The three here, they're focusing on the three spilt cups, the lower vibrational emotions, right? And this is an over here is like the lower vibrational energetic choice. But they've got their hand on here, they can see the world differently. And the Five of Cups is if they can turn around and see their power of emotional choice, they can go over here and cross the bridge and go over to the castle. Woohoo. So what they're basically saying with all this is that be aware every moment you're making a choice of the story you're putting to things. But they're talking about the emotions is highlighted here. What emotion am I choosing in this moment? I get to choose what I feel. Things in the outside world just happen. What we're taught, right? Well, this is what that means, and this is how I'm supposed to feel, and this is the energy I'm supposed to put forward in my physical action. But we get to choose. We're been told a whole lot of supposed tos, but this is all about what you can focus on now and pay attention to now is what emotion am I choosing in each moment and where am I investing my energy? If I'm focusing on a lower vibration, I'm drawing lower vibration in. If I choose higher vibration, unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, and especially gratitude, 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 then I draw in things that match that. So it's really paying attention to, am I focusing on what I'm wanting, 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 wanting? Well, then I'm going to want more and not get. If I'm focused on what I'm missing, I'm going to miss things more. If I focus on what I'm hating, I'm going to get more things to hate. If I'm focusing on fearing that something will leave my life, I am projecting it out of it. If I'm fearing something will come into my life, I'm drawing it in, right? So like attracts like. It's like a little kid going into a donut shop and all the donuts are in the glass case, and whatever you point at is what they're loading up in the box of donuts for you. And if you're pointing at all the things you hate, guess what? You end up with a giant box of donuts of things you hate. And the baker, after the little kid goes, why you give me all that? It's like, that's what you're pointing at. Point out what you love, and I'll bring you more of that. But if you're focusing on the other stuff, then you're going to get that instead. So I feel like that's the big thing to pay attention to. We're all taught, usually as children, to focus on those things, but it's a big change of life when we focus on the other. So I like that for you. So that's what they have for you, Liliana. So many blessings to you. All right. And then lastly, but not leastly, we've got etc. etc. You are up. So let's take a look here. So your question is, how did your viewers and subscribers that viewed your telling my business video feel about it? It's different from your usual content, but you think transparency is important. All right. So of course everybody sees things through their own eyes, so everyone's going to see it differently, right? But we'll see what the general consensus is that spirit wants you to know about it. So how did they view it here? All right. Well, it looks like it really did spark some energy here because you got the Eight of Wands and you got the Tower card. So feel it was kind of maybe a bit shocking to a lot of people that it really did trigger a lot of different things in people. Could be some passion, like it created some, oh, I'm gonna do something, or um, it was just very shocking, to them. It's that, Uranus, like, oh, out of nowhere, like, I don't know what to do with this. I kind of feel like I'm you know, I don't know what to think. I just don't know what to do with this. What am I supposed to do with this? And that's the kind of a lot of the energy that is coming in there. So I just feel like it was like it really triggered things, but and for some, it just kind of shocked some people, which you know we can't control what other people's are, emotions. We can just make it easier or harder for people to choose unconditional love or fear. So I just feel like it's the only thing that you can really do is look at it from a new fresh place of doing it? And do you feel you shared higher vibrational emotion and messaging in it, or lower vibrational fear energy in it? And just see what you feel about it, because this is all about what you're wanting to grow, what you're wanting to do, what you're sharing with the world, right? And we can't control what other people think, say, or do. All we can do is sweep in front of our own door, live our dream, and it's going to touch the right people, right? And I feel like that's just a good reminder from Spirit to, the likes, the subscribes, the, whatever's, the views, whatever. It's like, we can try to be and finagle and try to fit into the box of what we feel everyone wants us to be. But the greatest gift you can give the world is a true, authentic you, full you overflowing. So I feel like it's okay that it triggers people. It's okay that it does whatever. Can't control that. You're going to have the right people um, watch your videos and connect with you. It's a great reminder. I needed that today too. So thanks for asking that question. It's a good thing. I'm looking over all my videos and all the stuff that I do, and I'm like, sometimes we start doing a lot more and we start doing things that we think everyone else wants. We get away from living what we want and what we want to do. So stay true to you. That's what they have, etc., etc. All right. Well, that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Hopefully, I didn't miss anybody. If I did, my deepest apologies. I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time in about 12 hours. So I shall return. And in the meantime, remember every second of every day of your lives that you are truly, eternally, unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your day or your night, wherever you may be in the world. Until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon.